Hello, my speech is on littering in Baton Rouge. Need to stop littering in the Baton Rouge area. The purpose is to persuade the audience to do their part as residents of the Baton Rouge and surrounding areas to stop littering. Who in this classroom has experienced flooding in their neighborhood or has seen animals hurt or dying from litter or trash? Litter can be in your local drains, canals, ditches, and it can clog them up, or it could just be on the street, and animals can step in it and get hurt and get it stuck on them, or any kinds of ways. In this speech, I'm going to attempt to urge you to stop littering because it causes flash flooding, it hurts animals in the environment, and it makes the area look bad and lose property value on your homes or anything that's in the area. To urge you on the importance of why you should stop littering, I will explain flash flooding and how it reaches the ocean and how it hurts the animals. Once before, my home was flooded during the Great Flood of 2016, and a lot of that flooding could have been prevented if some of the canals and ditches and drains wasn't clogged as they were. I mean, they are being cleaned now, but at that time they were clogged. So it wasn't able to move all of that water out that was coming down that fast to prevent it from overflooding and cause flash flooding. What is flash flooding? Gregory Piper, DPW Superintendent of the Department of Baker, explained flash flooding, and his example was, flash flooding is like you take a fire hose and you put it in a bathtub, turn it on, and eventually that fire hose is going to put so much water out too fast for that little drain in the tub to drain it out, so eventually the tub will overflow with water, and then once it overflows, that's considered as flash flooding. So the drain isn't clogged, but the drain is just unable to withstand that amount of water. So that causes flash flooding. And littering can increase flash flooding because if that little drain couldn't handle that much water, say I had, some plastic bag or something in there. A plastic bag alone would just clog that whole drain, so it fill up way faster. And it'll really have really bad flash flooding then, because it's not draining anything at all. But if it had maybe like a rock or a few rocks, it'll go through, but it just won't go through as fast. So that's just something small that's littering. Or if it had grass in it to, slow it all, that would just slow down the process of it draining. So it would cause flash flooding faster. Even if like a ditch was to have some stuff in it, the ditch could actually handle that water and not be normal to flash flooding. But when you fill it with litter and debris, now it will, because it doesn't drain as fast as it once did. It can affect animals in really many ways. According to Peter, everyday items such as soda cans and plastic bottles can be deadly for any species, including cats and dogs. Birds frequently get their beaks stuck on fishing lines that's left behind by fishers, and it tangles their beaks and it tangles their feathers and wings. Hooks can be swallowed by birds or embedded into their fur or their feathers. And then six-pack cans usually come with plastic rings. And those 6 packs of plastic rings can get stuck on animals' necks, and it can choke them and, cause them to either slowly die or just be very unhealthy for a while. And animals can even get, affected by just you spitting your gum out on the ground. They can, step your gum or fall in your gum and get the gum stuck in their fur or their feather. And, for some of them, it would make it harder for them to move because they have that gum in their feather. And desperate animals, like street animals, stuff, can get their head stuck in like your jars or something, like if you threw a jelly jar in the trash and it's going through your trash and it's trying to get some jelly that's left over in the jar, to probably get its head stuck inside of the jar trying to get the jelly, which would, hurt the animal. So, and then whales and turtles and seabirds, they sometimes mistakenly mix up trash that's in the ocean for food, and that kills them through stomach problems because they can't digest, plastic and trash. To prevent some of those things, you could cut up the 6-pack rings. You can get paper bags over plastic bags at the store, and then you can just wash your drawers out before you throw them away. And I mean, the first step you should do as a citizen is to stop littering yourself. And then you can put up no littering signs and then encourage your neighbors to do the same. And then you can report when you see people littering in your area or somewhere. And you can also go out and clean up any litter. And maybe if you didn't see who did it or you didn't do it, you can still clean it up. And you can encourage others to do the same. And in conclusion, littering needs to be completely stopped quickly because animals are dying from it, flooding is happening from it, and you're losing property value from it. Thank you.